Hey, how you doing?
How are you a different quarterback than last year when your first start against the Saints?
I think with the years of time, I've just grown, been able to build better relationships with my team, learn the city, learn everybody around here. Throughout the different changes we've had a lot happen since my first start. But I think I've just overall grown. I've had the approach of just getting better every day, putting daily deposits in, and just trying to grow as a player, grow as a leader, grow as a man.
We often hear about quarterbacks watching other quarterbacks in terms of the throwing part. Are there other quarterbacks that you've watched over the years in terms of their running ability, or is that just more instinctive for you?
I watch the greats. I love good football play. I love great football play. I love watching Peyton Manning and seeing what he has to say, the detailed episodes he makes. He actually sends them to me, and having a relationship with him, I enjoy that. Meeting Teddy Bridgewater in person. That's a guy I watched coming out of high school. We was at Louisville, and then obviously seeing him going to Minnesota, and just a ton of respect for him and the things he's overcome, and the player he is. I met Cam this year for the first time, a guy that everybody watched as a kid. Electric player at Auburn, and he's had a great career in the NFL. So many great players. I just try to be a sponge to it all, and learn whatever way I can to enhance myself.
What happened when you hear from Peyton Manning? You had that happen.
I'm sorry?
When did you hear from Peyton? How did he reach out to you?
Well, I've always had a good relationship with the Mannings. Coop, Mr. Archie, Eli, and Peyton since the camp I went to when I was sophomore, maybe going into my sophomore year, and we just maintained that relationship. And always little nicks here, little things that I can learn from, pick their brain. But yeah, I value that. I value the Mannings and the relationship I had with them.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Peyton?
He's just really detail oriented, very detailed. You talk about doing walkthroughs. He's a guy that everything was really full speed until the snap, but he's going through checks even in the off season. The amount of detail he has in the off season when he's with his receivers, you'd think he had. He did. He had scripted plays out there. He had a special routine. So I admire that and hope to continue to carry that on.
What does he send you? He say he sends you like cut-ups or
Yeah,
just of his game or?
just detailed things, just football.
Have you noticed any differences in the Saints defense from last year when you played them in your first start to this year?
I have a lot of the same guys. They had great players last year. They're great players again this year. Great defensive ends. Linebackers are really going to hit it downhill and flow to the ball. Everybody's rallying to the ball. They're really good in coverage in the back end. So it's a great defense we're going against.
Jalen, when you and the coaches sit down and try to figure out how a defense is going to play you, how do you go about that? Because there aren't a ton of quarterbacks in the league that have the dual threat ability.
I think I don't know. I just let them do what they do. Kind of go throughout it. We have our meetings, and we just communicate as it goes on. A lot of it comes from how you practice. I think that's the most important thing. Practice, gives you the best indicator for the game and what's to come. So going out there and executing whatever it is we have in practice, believing in that, going out there and trusting that, and carrying it over.
Speaking to us today, Nick said that third down pass you had to Goddard earlier this season, you might have tucked that away, and this time you stopped and you threw it. Is that something you agree with, and how did that evolution kind of happen?
I think I said it after the game. It's something that I do. I can run it. I can throw it. It's that ability to keep a defense on their heels, and I think we've used that as a positive thing. And ultimately, when you just felt it, made the throw, moved the chains. I guess another day in the office.
Has
has that been an emphasis over the course of the past few weeks?
For me, it's been an emphasis to convert on third downs and score in the red zone, whatever that looks like. Whether it me jumping over a guy, standing there, throwing it, whatever it is, just getting the third down, conversion, moving the sticks, and getting points. And we came out and opened the drive and didn't score in the red zone. So.
Jalen, you talked about, hey, it's going to take some time for this team to click with everything going on. Coming off a win last week, do you feel like going into this game, the way you won last week, you kind of have a different sense or different feel this week as far as, hey, we are starting to make progress here?
I think it's the same emotional approach as the football team, the same mentality, the same attack. You're going out there and get better every day. Let everything handle itself. Go out there and get better every day. Attack the day. Everything else will handle itself.
Do you feel like at all it's starting to, kind of click at all? Or are great at that?
I think as a team, you get the confidence of executing at a high level. Execution fuels emotion. So when you do something at a high level, that naturally comes. So we just want to continue to attack the process of that result, and that's just going hard every day.
Do you have conversations throughout the week with guys like either Greg Ward or Jalen Rager, Quez, just about targets and making sure that they're still feeling involved and important?
No, those guys know. Those guys know. They know their importance to this team and this offense, and absolutely talking to them about different things that we could potentially get to throughout the course of a game. Everybody's involved.
Your evolution on the field. You just mentioned growing with your teammates, comfort with the city off the field. How much does being more comfortable just in this environment, how much did that help your evolution as a player?
That comes with time. Everything becomes finer with time. And I think for me, got a lot more comfortable with a ton of different things, whether it be the city, like I said, the coaches, overall building the relationships to bring that comfort. And that comfort typically it probably brings success. So